Hey everyone, this is Freedom Courage Raven. I'm back with my recap and review of Naruto Next Generations anime episode number 167, which is titled Their Decision. So this episode opens up with Mitsuki still in his sage mode and he's taking Salad and Boruto away. Now at first I thought that Mitsuki would be taking them towards Konohamaru and Mojino, but no, it turns out that he actually took them to Yubina, which you know what, it makes sense. I mean, Mitsuki is smarter than I, people, because I really thought that he was going to take them to Konohamaru and Mojino, but yeah, they are in dire state. They need medical attention. So Mitsuki running all the way towards Yubina makes sense. And Yubina is actually bored because no patient has been coming through her clinic. And she's like, I would rather that a person with a severed arm comes in or something. So she hears a little blast outside. She goes outside to check that. And yeah, Mitsuki is exhausted because of using the sage mode, and he's just lying there, and there's a crater, and he has Salad and Boruto's there. So yeah, Yubina is going to offer them first aid and save their life. Then we cut to Sakura, impatiently waiting for her kids, her Salad, Boruto, Konohamaru, and the rest to come to the village, and they arrive. Konohamaru is carrying Boruto while Mujino is carrying Salad, and Sakura is like, you know what, I'll take this from here. How are they? They look very serious that they need medical attention. And where's Mitsuki? So turns out that Konohamaru took Mitsuki to Orochimaru, which again makes sense. Sakura brings out the stretchers. She's like, you know what, Konohamaru, I'll take it from here. You guys need to get checked as well because Konohamaru and Mujino are injured as well. So we get to the hospital, and Shizuno is going to work on Salad while Sakura is going to work on Boruto. And yeah, these two kids really went through a lot. Their situation is very serious, but then again, Sakura is one of, not basically one of the top, but the top medical ninja out there. So if she can't do it, I don't think anyone can. So she's the one working on Boruto. Himawari and Hinata are there as well. Konohamaru is there as well. Naruto comes in and he's really, really worried. And I actually like this scene because when he opened the door, he's clearly worried. He's acting like a dad would. And then he remembers that he's also the Hokage. So he quickly composes himself in front of Konohamaru, Hinata, and Himawari because he's the one who needs to show support because other people are relying on him. He goes to Himawari and Hinata and he's like, Boruto will be okay because I mean Sakura is working on Boruto, so you don't necessarily have anything to worry about. Konohamaru apologizes to Naruto, and Naruto is like, Konohamaru, don't apologize because danger is second nature to being a shinobi, and Boruto and Salad won't allow something like this to ever bring them down. So yeah, Naruto, he realizes that he needs to be the stronger one in the situation. Then we cut to Aruchimaru working on Mitsuki. Log is there as well. And it turns out that one of the reasons that Aruchimaru has forbidden Mitsuki to use the Sage mode is because Mitsuki's body can't handle all of the power. And due to using the Sage mode to such an extent, all of Mitsuki's organs are done for. And now Orochimaru has to regenerate Mitsuki's organ from scratch. Yeah, Mitsuki is in critical condition as well. And this is where we get to see Orochimaru showing his feelings towards Mitsuki because we know that he loves Mitsuki. Orochimaru loves Mitsuki in the way that Orochimaru knows how to love someone. And Log picks up on that. So yeah, I mean, we already know that Mitsuki will be okay. But it's still quite disheartening to see a person like Mitsuki, a little boy like Mitsuki, in such a state. Then we cut to Naruto's office. Sasuke's there, Shikamaru, Konohamaru and Sai are there, and Konohamaru is telling them about Victor and Deepa and how this might be connected to the Kara organization. However, Shikamaru hasn't heard of them before, and Naruto is like, we just can't barge in. The land that Victor is operating in, the land of valleys, it's a separate nation. We can't break political ties with them. So Shikamaru is like, you know what? I know someone in that land. Give me 3 days so that I can allow Konohamaru to go in and do something. So we cut to Deepa and Victor. Victor is working on the Hashirama cell. Deepa is there, and Deepa is like, what's taking so long? And Victor is like, you know what? Be patient. let me work. And this is also where we get to learn that Deepa and Victor aren't necessarily trusted inside the organization, and apparently Victor bought his way into the organization because he paid a whole lot of money. And Victor is like, you know what, Deepa, go find the item. And I'm not really sure, but for the people who read the manga, I guess we already know what the supposed item is. I won't spoil it for anime onlys. Then we see Boruto and Shizune in Boruto's room, and Boruto wakes up, and this is where Shizune tells Boruto about what happened and how Mitsuki apparently helped them. And yeah, Boruto is really depressed because even though Boruto, Salad, and Mitsuki are quite a powerful team, they are still young, and I do think that these three needed to experience such a defeat, and they needed to realize that the Shinobi world is a grown-up world. Even though they're powerful, they still need to train a lot. Then we cut to Salad, and Sakura is working on Salad, and it turns out that Salad's left eye is quite injured and it needs to heal. And Sakura's like, you know what, Salad, we need a few more tests to run. And Salad is worried about Mitsuki as well. It's time for these two to go through a physical examination, and this is where they really, really share how they feel. They are like, Mitsuki's the one who rescued us, who protected us. We need to get stronger because next time we'll be the one to protect Mitsuki. And Salad is very disheartened about how her Sharingan was useless during the battle. And Bruto is like, you know what, my Rasengan was useless as well. And I'm like, again, I appreciate the writers making these heroes go through this, because you can tell that Boruto isn't necessarily a Mary Sue or a Mary Stu, while Salad isn't a Mary Sue, and these two needed to experience defeat, and hopefully they'll get stronger. Then we cut to Shizune and Salad, and Shizune is like, aren't you worried about the kids? I have a feeling that something is troubling them. And Sakura is like, yeah, I'm worried about the kids, but we can't show them that we are worried. We can only support them in the way that we can, from far away, and allowing them to figure this out on their own. And this kind of reminded me of Sakura and Eno working with the kids who went through all of the war and helping them deal with PTSD. So yeah, we know that Sakura understands what kids go through and that they need psychological help, but it's also important for the kids to figure things out on their own. Then we have Denki, Metal, Lee, and Iwabi walking towards Boruto, and they're actually nervous because they heard about the failure and that one mistake would have killed them. And Denki is like, you know what, we know Boruto, just don't be anxious in front of him. And they go in, and yeah, Boruto is very, very cheerful, and he doesn't necessarily look himself, and it's clear that he's keeping up a cheering persona in order to satisfy his friends. Over in Salad's room, Wasabi and what was her name? Oh no, I forgot the name. But you know what, Wasabi and the other girl, uh, they are at Salad's room in order to check her up, and Salad is like, don't worry about me, we are okay. But yeah, it's clear that Boruto and Salad aren't okay. Shikamaru goes to Konamaru, and he's like, I got in contact with my person in the land of the valleys, and you can go in and you can only analyze Victor's medical tech. However, this is basically a suicide mission, and if you get caught, then yeah, you'll probably end up having to kill yourself, so don't get caught. And Konamaru is like, yeah, we're walking into the lion's den, I'm ready. So I'm looking forward to seeing how all of this plays out. Mujino is walking in the shops, and he notices a turtle, and he's examining the turtle, and this old lady comes in, and the old lady is like, there's a death cloud around your friend, and only you can help your friend survive. And again, for those who have read the manga, you can kind of tell what's going to happen next, and Mujino will probably end up having to protect Konohamaru. All of the friends are talking to each other, and apparently Awabi is very perceptive. I wasn't expecting this from him. And Awabi is like, Boruto was way too cheerful. The normal Boruto would have been sad about losing, and he would have said that he needs to train harder. So seeing a very cheerful Boruto doesn't feel right. Wasabi is like, you know what, you're right, Salad was way too cheerful as well. And then these friends conclude that maybe these Salad and Boruto might leave being ninjas, and we can't allow that to happen. We have to keep an eye on our friends. Sakura goes in to check on Salad, and she takes out the eye patch that Salad was wearing. And Sakura is like, "You're kind of good to go, but we still have more tests to run. So you'll be free tomorrow or the day after that. So good night. I'll come in to check on you later." And while that's happening, the friends go in to check on Boruto, and Boruto isn't there. He's left. Sakura comes in and she's like, "Where's Boruto?" And he's not there. And Sakura, of course, knows that if Boruto isn't there, that Salad is probably not in a room either. So they go in, and yeah, the friends are worried about what Boruto and Salad are up to. And then they realize that, oh no, it's not that they had lost their will to be ninjas, it's that they are going to go and get revenge on the person who did this to them and Mitsuki. And we need to stop them because they aren't strong enough. And I actually liked the little detail that Boruto left his hospital clothes and they were just thrown on the bed while Salad ended up folding them. It just goes to show how different these two are personality wise. Sakura understands what Salad and Boruto are going through, and she is like, "You know what? I know where they're headed." We see Kohonamaru coming towards the gate of the village, and Mujino's there, and these two are ready to go into this dangerous mission, which again they know that it can end up being very serious and being a suicide mission. So they need to be very careful, and the kids can't come with them. However, Boruto and Salad are actually running towards Konamaru, and this is where these two talk about how they realize that they're very weak and that they need to become stronger. Sakura and their kids are there as well. And I do think that the entire scene where Salad and Boruto are telling Konamaru about how they need to get stronger and they are sorry that they can't accompany Konamaru and Majino on this mission, I do think that this kind of hit close to Sakura. Because if you guys remember, Sakura was the one who realized that she isn't strong enough to accompany Naruto to take Sasuke back. And she was like, "You know what, I'll train harder." And I do think that it requires a different kind of strength, especially when you're a kid, to realize that you aren't strong enough or skilled enough to accomplish a task. So kudos to Salad and Boruto to be mature enough to realize that they need to get stronger. And again, Sakura kind of went through the same thing. And I do think that Sakura is kind of worried about what these two are going through. So maybe in the upcoming episode, she might end up talking to them. Who knows? So it's the next day, and we see Boruto trying to find Sasuke because, of course, Boruto wants Sasuke to train him. But when he reaches there, Salad is already there, which again, Boruto's like, "You know what? This makes sense that Salad would reach out to her own father to train her." And Salad is like, Boruto, why didn't you go to Naruto to train your Rasengan? And Boruto is like, "I did go there, but before I could knock on the door, I heard my father working overtime in order to protect the village and figure out what the Kara organization are up to. So I was like, you know what, he's too busy, and I don't think he'll have time to train me. So I decided to come look for Sasuke." And Sasuke is like, "You know what, Boruto, I won't be able to train you how to make your Rasengan stronger. However, there's one other person who knows how to use the Rasengan in the village, and that's Kakashi Sensei." And then the episode ends with Kakashi about to eat something, and then he sneezes, which again, when someone is thinking of you, you can kind of feel it, and you sneeze. And Kakashi is like, "Yeah, I can feel something in my bones that something is up." And I'm not really sure if he'll be willing to train Boruto, because he's retired, kind of. But let's see what happens. In my opinion, this was a very well done episode. I really liked everything that the writers accomplished in a single episode. I will be doing a written review of this for the Geekieri. The link to that will be down in the comment section below. Let me know what you thought of it. And yeah, it was a very enjoyable episode, and I'm looking forward to seeing Boruto working with Kakashi and Salad training her Sharingan with Sasuke. Maybe she'll unlock her 2 Tomoe Sharingan. Who knows? But yeah, let me know. And also, it kind of made sense that she would train her Sharingan because she already has this super strength from Sakura, but she can't train in medical ninjutsu because unlike Sakura, Salad doesn't have 100% perfect chakra control. And training Salad on the Byakugo would be way too much because when you're trying to reserve chakra for the Byakugo seal, you'll probably end up working with only 20 to 25% of chakra reserves, and I'm not really sure if Salad would be able to create 2 reserves like Sakura was able to, because again, Salad doesn't have perfect chakra control. So it makes sense that she would reach out to her father in order to train her Sharingan. But yeah, I will be doing a written review of this for the Geekieri. Let me know what you thought of the episode, and until next time, stay happy, stay safe, stay blessed. See you guys later. Bye.